Chancellor, graduands, guests, I'm delighted to introduce our honorary graduate today, Charlotte Ramsden OBE, Strategic Director of People at Salford City Council. I'm very proud to present Charlotte to you. Charlotte's career has been based in the North West, starting her career as a social worker in Salford before taking on leadership roles in a number of Greater Manchester authorities, before moving back to Salford as the Director of Children and Family Services in 2014. Less than a year later, she added adult services to her brief to become Salford City Council's Director of People. A registered social work practitioner to this day, Charlotte came into social care due to her passion and drive to do everything she could to support families in poverty and families who were vulnerable. Charlotte's unflattering leadership and collaboration with all local authorities across Greater Manchester has led to the creation of an innovative and revolutionary service for children and young people in our city and region. In 2016, Charlotte became a Senior Responsible Officer for the Greater Manchester Children's Programme, working with the 10 Directors of Children's Services, the Combined Authority and key partners. She developed the Greater Manchester Children's Plan with a £7.4 million investment from the Department of Education in 2018. A key factor in her 3-year plan was the development and implementation of a specialist hub for at-risk children, Route 29 Hub. This hub supports young people who foster placements or a family situation has broken down and helps them get instant access to specialists, including psychologists, speech and language therapists, education psychologists and social workers. Previously, young people often had to go outside of the city for this support. Since the hub opened, there has been a reduction in teenagers needing to go into care, a reduction in the authority needing to place them outside of Salford, and an increase in the stability of placements. Young people were involved in designing the new service every step of the way. Those chose the name of the centre, the interiors, the furniture. They helped recruit the facilities staff. One of the young people who shaped a new service said, "As a looked-after child, we have gone through the system and wanted to use our experiences to make it better for young people, rather than let someone else choose for us. We have made the decisions. It's completely different. We had to get it right and we had to be listened to," which Charlotte did. The impact of this work has been hugely positive, leading to improved outcomes for children, closer partnerships across Greater Manchester, and on behalf of children and families has led to further investments. The team are underway on a new 3-year plan, which is heading for even greater success. In October 2020, Charlotte was awarded the OBE for services to children as a result of this work. In the same year, Charlotte was elected as Vice President of the National Association of Directors of Children's Services, which led to her appointment as President for the year 21-22, finishing in March. In this role, Charlotte led the association's response to the second year of the COVID pandemic and was influential in national work such as independent review of children's social care. Social care, schools and white paper, and the green paper for specialist educational needs and disabilities. This promoted the needs of children and young people and ensured that there was a national forum set up to listen to their requirements. As the Dean of the School of Health and Society, I have been honoured to work with Charlotte and her team for many years. Her expertise, values and motivation to be an ambassador of the school and the university are invaluable. as we work towards an integrated agenda for health and social care, something that is both important to Charlotte and the school. Charlotte is a key partner in our commitment to be a civic university where we play an active role in working together with local partners and citizens to enhance the lives of people in Salford. Charlotte's unflattering commitment to improving the lives of young people across Salford and Greater Manchester makes her an inspiring role model for our students, many of whom are starting out in their careers and many of whom are in this room today, to deliver the best health and social care to all members of society. Chancellor, I present to the degree of Doctor from the University of Salford, honoris causa, Charlotte Ramsden OBE.
By this university, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of the University, honoris causa. Well done, Charlotte. Fantastic. Now, I think we might need to get a little picture taken. Good. Thank you. Do you want to go and say a few words?
Thank you so much. It is wonderful to be here today, celebrating with you all your individual successes and achievements. I'm humbled and honoured to become a Doctor of the University, and I want to say a huge thank you to the University of Salford, and especially to Professor Margaret Rowe for nominating me. Margaret and I share a commitment to making a difference for people through the work that we do, and I greatly respect the impact she has had in her role. When I started my career in social work so many years ago, I didn't set out to be a director of children's services or take on a lead role in developing the Greater Manchester Plan for children and young people, or have a national influence on the future of services for children. I simply had a burning passion to make a difference for children, young people and their families, and that called to me. It was a burning platform of need and a desire to respond. That same passion is still what drives me, because there is so much to be done. And I have spent my working life striving to make a difference, from being a frontline social worker to a senior manager and leader. When I took on adult services in 2015 and became Strategic Director for People, that same passion developed for those adults who were vulnerable and in need. And for me, working across the whole life course is an exciting opportunity and a privilege. Lots of people want to know what I think now, but it hasn't always been that way. When I graduated, I was one of those students staring into an unknown future, feeling overwhelmed and not knowing what to do next. I was severely depressed, but it took time before I realised that and got help in the form of antidepressants and counselling. I did nothing at all for a year, and then gradually recovered thanks to a lot of support from wonderful people, and found my way into social work. Once there, I never looked back, but the ghosts of self-doubt still haunt me sometimes. As you graduate today and start the big next phase of your life, it is hopefully exciting. It may be daunting, and you may not yet know quite what you're going to do next. It may be that you're someone with anxiety or depression, and if so, my story is for you, and don't lose heart. Talk to yourself kindly as you would your best friend. Take time to discover your passion and find a job that enables you to live it out. Work is such a big part of our lives that finding a job that makes a difference and makes our hearts sing adds so much to the quality of life. For most of you, you're raring to go and full of excitement. Nelson Mandela once said, "It's what we make out of what we have, not what we are given, that separates one person from another." Many of you here will be making careers in social work or other caring professions, and you are needed so much. Whatever you choose to do, I hope that you will make the most of what you have. The education, the life experiences, the skills, the passions that make us who we are. The lives of many children are tough, with grinding poverty that is increasing, families who struggle to meet the needs of their children, and resources to provide services severely stretched. We all know that. In my recent year as President of the Association of Directors of Children's Services, I played a key role with government behind the scenes in influencing the independent review of children's social care and the Schools White Paper and the Special Education Needs and Disability Green Paper, with a focus on delivering the best possible outcomes, having clear roles and responsibilities across all partners in the system, and knitting together future plans. That work, as you all know, is far from finished, and we can all be a part of its future. We need a future that recognises the strength and skills that people have and support families early, walks in their shoes to understand their strengths, not just focusing on their needs. We need to be able to offer relationship-based support on a multi-agency basis to deliver the best impact. And of course, we need to be properly resourced. 2.6 billion is the investment needed over the next 4 years, according to the Children's Social Care Review. In the meantime, partnership working on a whole system basis has been my priority and still is. And that is to deliver the best outcomes we possibly can with the collective resources that we have. It's not about the money, it's about everything. It's about people, and that includes you. Schools and other education settings are an essential part of that partnership, and knitting together the key reform programmes together is crucial for that future. Whatever you do in life, having the right support really helps, and I could not do what I do without my family. I have 2 wonderful children who are now grown up but bring joy to my life every day. One is online today due to COVID. One is here somewhere. And I want to say thank you to Beth and to Daniel for who you are and what you bring to my life. You bring joy every day. My awesome husband Martin is here too, and I say thank you to you for over 30 years of happy marriage and for all your support and love. And my mum is online, courtesy of yesterday's heatwave. So thank you to her as well for a lifetime of encouragement and support. And the other big thank you for people in the room. My PA is here, Sarah. Sarah keeps me sane and organised every working day. And believe me, that is no mean feat. So a huge thank you, Sarah, for all you do to enable me to do my job literally every day. 2 special people are not here. Firstly, my younger sister, who died shortly before COVID started. Sally had Down syndrome and brought joy to everyone who knew her. Her unconditional love, her pride in who she was, and her infectious enthusiasm brought light to our lives even on the darkest days. I learnt so much from her about her attitude to her life and her attitude to other people, and her simple joy in being herself. Finally, my wonderful dad. He died from cancer many years ago, but he was a hospital chief exec. Privilege for me, maybe, but he was my role model and my unofficial mentor. And a picture that used to hang in his office now hangs in my house and reminds me of his lessons for leadership and work every day. The picture is of a clown on a unicycle, on a tightrope, balancing weights, and moving carefully towards the finishing post. So just picture that if you can. This is the learning. Keep your eyes fixed on your purpose or your goal. If you don't, you'll fall off. Move forward carefully with full awareness of the things that matter. If you stop, or if you go too fast, you'll fall off. The right pace in life matters. Balance the weights of the responsibilities you have, whether that be home responsibilities or work responsibilities, and manage the importance of that balanced system as you go. Be ready for an unexpected gust of wind, a work crisis, a pandemic, the loss of a key member of your team, a disagreement about the right way forward. Stay focused and remember how easy it is to fall. That's what keeps you grounded and keeps you humble, however senior your role, but you need to manage it, not fear it. We need a shared vision to hold us together in tough times, and we need to learn from things that go wrong. A fall is a learning experience, so long as it's not fatal. And learning from things that don't work is as important as celebrating things that go well. Feel the fear, but do it anyway, is a mantra in our house. So those lessons, I believe, apply just as much to life itself. So picture that clown and think about how those messages may be useful to you. You may be graduating today, and you are, but for me, every day is still a learning one. And every day, I'm still moving forward, discovering new opportunities and doing new things. And I hope that becomes your experience too. So my final message is a quote from writer Michael Josephson. Take pride in how far you've come. Have faith in how far you can go. But don't forget to enjoy the journey. I wish you all the very best for your futures and hope you enjoy your working life as much as I have mine. You are immensely valuable. Thank you.